Thank you. I'm always wary of saying that the genie can't be put back in the bottle, because that way we'd all have to give up hope, and we live in nothing if not hope. You know, in 1800, they ran ads in New England papers saying that you could have Adams and God or Jefferson and no God in the presidency. So this has not been, there was never a golden era in American politics, or really in any politics. My sense is it feels tougher, meaner, less civil because of technology and money and the ubiquity that comes from those two forces. And so what, you know, I'm sure when the senator first ran, I mean, a negative ad was news because you would only have one out of, say, 5 spots. I'm not making that up. And even the first race I ever covered was in 1988, a House race. And the idea of a negative ad, we were all feverishly waiting because it was a little less frenetic a time, I think is the best way to put it. My sense is the work of the center and I can embarrass them since I have the microphone, the example and the witness that Senator Danforth has given American politics for more than 40 years suggests that yes, there's room for conversations to be less harsh, division to be less sharp. There's always going to be division. That's the nature of politics. But what has changed, and what I suspect the center will be about, is creating a culture in which opponents can at least deal with one another and not simply attack one another. I had an interesting conversation the other day with Tom Udall, a senator from New Mexico, whose family's been in the Congress for a long time. And I answered the question as I did. I asked him in the same spirit in which I responded to you at first, saying, well, you know, everybody says things are so bad, but it's always been bad. Jackson used to shoot people, you know, the Civil War was not great, you know, that sort of thing. And it was funny, I said, were things different when your father was in the Congress? And he said the one thing that struck him as different was that when Mo Udall went to Congress, the whole family went to Congress. And they moved, and they didn't go back to the district every week, and they didn't go back to the state every week. And his mother had potluck dinners, and sometimes she wasn't sure necessarily what party the guests were in. She knew they were members. She knew which ones drank a little bit too much, and which ones liked their kids, and which ones didn't like the dog, or liked the potato salad, or whatever it was. But you simply knew people in a way that made it possible to talk to them and to deal with them. I'm not suggesting this therefore creates the land of milk and honey, and that was the era that gave us McCarthyism and all sorts of other things. But I do think that the common ethos of political life in its purest sense, that is, that there is a city in which people live together and they try to solve problems, has really fallen into tatters. And so I would think that a center like this will be about the academic and the cultural, both study and exposition and modeling of a culture of conversation as opposed to reflexive confrontation.